All right, guys, I'm going to let you know right now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this clip. I do not know if I can psychologically handle what I'm about to watch. I listened to this clip the other day and decided to throw it in the show, and my blood was boiling. Every second of this clip, my blood boiled more and more and more and more. Because what you're about to hear is what I consider the biggest and worst political grift of all time in this moment. And what I'm talking about, there's this woman by the name of Batya Ungar Sargon. And she is out there. And what she is saying is, who, me, bro? No big deal or anything, but I consider myself like a MAGA lefty. In the year of our Lord 2025, you're going to go around saying you're a MAGA lefty. You're a MAGA lefty. To say that is not a thing is the understatement of the century. So let's hear her out to the extent I'm capable of it and react. Here we go.
Here's the problem that the Democrats have. Trump has outflanked them to the left on the economy. So he's...
I can't. We are 8 seconds into a minute and 44-second clip, and I already want to shove my nuts in a waffle iron. Trump has outflanked Democrats to the left on the economy. That may literally be the least true thing I've ever heard. Like, you could listen to a mentally ill flat earth creationist ramble for hours, and they would make more sense than what this woman just said. All right, I'm going to let it go. I'll let it go a little longer, then we'll react.
Stole what was the Democrats' platform for 100 years, economic protectionism, creating an economy that rewards hard work of working class people, protecting labor through tariffs and through controlling the border by limiting the supply of labor, which of course raises the wages of Americans. This was the Democrats' economic platform since the New Deal. And Trump simply lifted it from them because the Democrats had stopped catering to labor and started catering to the kind of people Michelle Obama's podcast is for, rich women. And because the Democrats don't have an economic platform anymore for the working class, they had to take on Trump with these cultural battles that make them sound insane, like defending the right of men to show their penises to little girls in locker rooms.
Oh my God. I got to end it all, dog. I don't even know why I do this show anymore. I'm going to let it go to the end, and then we will have a grand old time responding to all this.
Exposed to horrifically. And so Trump found it so easy then to simply say, well, I'm going to be the moderate on this, on all of these social issues. And so he won both on the economic policy, then on the social policy, and then on the foreign policy by stealing the Democrats' anti-war platform.
Oh! Oh my God. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't understand why I'm here. Why am I on this earth? What is it about Trump that makes people literally shut their brain off completely, not look at any of the actual policies that have been implemented, and just go by his vibe, just go by what he farts out on the rally stage? What is it about this man that makes people stop thinking critically and actually analyzing evidence and data and reality? And they just, bro, remember when he called Liz Cheney a warmonger? Remember when he called Kamala a warmonger, bro? Obviously, that means he's anti-war, right? Batya, I'm going to say this as simply as possible. You're a sucker. And that's me being kind. Either that or you're a fucking brazen liar. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're just a sucker. You should not listen to anything any politician says. It's what they do that matters. You got caught up in all the, they're warmongers, these Democrats, they're warmongers. Can you believe this? I'm going to stop all this stupid Middle East war. You got caught up in all that. Oh, he's saying the thing that I like to hear. Oh, that means anti-war Trump. How many times have we been through this? What's the reality? Let's limit this to just his first fucking term. Just his first term. What did Trump do in his first term? Increased drone strikes, 432%. Does that sound anti-war to you? People call Barack Obama the drone president because he did a lot of drone strikes. Trump blew Barack Obama out of the water. Nobody ever, Donald Trump, the drone president, what a warmonger. Nobody says it because nobody cares about the details and the specifics. They go by vibes like you. That's what you do. What else did he do? Kept us in Iraq, kept us in Afghanistan. The number of civilian deaths in Afghanistan under Trump skyrocketed 330%. Trump bombed Syria twice. In fact, he said, we're occupying a third of Syria to, quote, take the oil. That's what he said. That's why we're in Syria, and he admitted we were in there, and he said we were taking the oil. He bombed Somalia. He increased the Pentagon budget every single year. He let Israel illegally annex the Golan Heights, which is Syrian territory. He took $100 million from Miriam Adelson with the quid pro quo of letting Israel annex the West Bank. He assassinated a top Iranian commander, General Soleimani, who was in the field fighting ISIS, an illegal assassination. He tried to coup Venezuela. He ripped up the Iran agreement. He armed Saudi Arabia as they did a genocide and vetoed a bill to cut off the weapons to them. He said he wants war with Mexico in his second term. He says Biden isn't supporting Israel enough and letting them, quote, finish the job. He dropped a Moab, the mother of all bombs, on Afghanistan. He hired John Bolton, Mike Pompeo, Gina Haspel, all insane neocon warmongers, and let them run his foreign policy. His very first military raid as president killed a young American girl. He pardoned Blackwater war criminals who did the Nisour Square massacre and gunned down civilians. He signed pro-torture executive orders. He said we should, quote, take out the families of terrorists. This is who this guy is. This is what he actually did. What he did. Not a single fucking part of that is not a single part of that is anti-war. And I didn't even touch the second term yet, where he's going around every day saying, we're going to make Canada the 51st state. If they don't want it, that's too bad. We're going to redraw the map if they don't want it. We're going to take some of their territory. This is his actual position. There's that. Panama. We're going to take Panama back. Should have never been given away. We're going to take Panama back. We're going to steal Panama. Greenland. We're going to steal Greenland. Greenland's very important. We're going to take Greenland. Iran. Just bragging about bombing Yemen literally yesterday. Bragged about bombing Somalia last week or 2 weeks ago. How does none of that count in your mind? Oh, Donald Trump's anti-war and the Democrats are pro-war. I have many problems with Joe Biden. There was a lot of stuff he did that was insanely pro-war, like with Israel, for example, arming them, funding them as they bomb innocent civilians on a daily basis. There's a lot to criticize there. Joe Biden also got us out of Afghanistan. Did you give him fucking credit for that? Did you say, hey, look, he actually did something anti-war? That's base. Did you do that? No, you didn't. Did you give Biden any credit when he nearly eliminated the drone war? Unlike Obama, unlike Trump, he actually nearly eliminated the drone war. Did you say anything? You didn't say dick. These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
So basically you have a New Deal Democrat in Trump. And so the Democrats are really struggling. Like, what would you say they stand for now? Well, they say we stand against Trump's abuses of the LGBTQ community. He appointed the highest ranking out gay in American history.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
She said, you have a New Deal Democrat in Trump. I take back what I said. She's not a sucker. She's a disgusting, pathetic liar. If you are a professional political commentator, your only job is to actually know what's going on, right? There's a lot of talking heads. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of people having takes on other people's takes. Fuck that. Do you know what's actually happening at the legislative level, at the policy level, what they fight for and what gets implemented? So the New Deal Democrat, Donald Trump, what did he do? He killed an increase in overtime pay for millions of people. That was put through by Biden. He killed it. Just this week, he killed the $15 minimum wage for federal contractors. Again, Biden did that. He rolled it back. Giant middle finger to 400,000 federal contractors, lowering their wages. What else did he do? He opposed the PRO Act and a minimum wage increase. The absolute bare minimum to be able to say you're on the economic left or you're a New Deal type person. Opposed the PRO Act, which is the pro-union bill, and the $15 minimum wage. He destroyed the NLRB with anti-union picks. The NLRB, Biden had a resurgence of the NLRB, and it was very pro-union. Trump killed that already. He destroyed the CFPB, which is basically the anti-scam police, which makes sure that Americans don't get defrauded by big banks and Wall Street and big financial institutions. It returned $20 billion to Americans who were defrauded. Trump already killed it. Elon already killed it. Let's look at his jobs record. He outsourced, Trump did, 200,000 factory jobs in his first term alone. In this second term, Trump announced, we're killing the CHIPS Act, which means we were supposed to get an extra 115,000 factory jobs. He just killed those jobs. They're not coming here anymore. How about his tax bill? His bill raises taxes. His policies raise taxes on the bottom 95% of Americans and cuts them for the billionaires. Right now, they're already cutting Social Security. Elon's doing that. We already have horror stories of people who they say are dead who aren't dead, etc. So they're cutting Social Security. They're going to aim for it even more. Medicare's on the table. Medicaid. House Republicans just passed a bill, $880 billion to cut Medicaid. Trump supports that bill. which means he supports a big cut to healthcare, big cut to Medicaid. 2.3 million people lost health insurance in Trump's first term. And of course, he opposes universal healthcare. On what planet is that a New Deal Democrat's ideology? You know what a New Deal Democrat would support? It's Bernie. It's universal healthcare. It's free college. It's eliminate the medical debt, eliminate the student loan debt, support the PRO Act, support a higher minimum wage. That's Bernie. That's Bernie. And any Democrat, no matter how horrible, even the fucking Kirsten Sinemas and the Joe Manchins of the world, are to the left of Trump on economics. No doubt about it. God damn it. And also, again, there's this thing online, right, where it's fashionable to, always got to hand it to Trump. Bro, he made a good point. Oh, look at the vibes. Oh, bro, he said this thing. I think he's actually a New Deal lefty, bro. There's this weird thing online where, got to hand it to Trump. And nobody ever does that with Biden. Ever. I've never heard anybody, hey, look, I got a lot of problems with him, but on this thing in particular, hey, it was pretty good. So, for example, Biden signed the $15 minimum wage for federal contractors, big raise for 400,000 workers. Not only that, it had an automatic pay increase in it, so it was actually $17.75 when Trump came in and killed it. Biden also increased Social Security payments. We covered that on the show a few months ago. He raised overtime pay. He did project labor agreements for construction workers, which raises their pay. Under Biden's term, we had an increase of 775,000 manufacturing jobs that he created between the CHIPS Act and the infrastructure bill and his various economic policies, which revitalized American manufacturing. The thing that you pretend Trump did, which he didn't do at all. He did the opposite. Then, of course, we have his pro-labor NLRB, his CFPB, which was phenomenal and returned a lot of money to a lot of Americans who were screwed. And, of course, Biden cracked down on wealthy tax cheats. You're not going to hear any of this from Batya. She's a narrative humper. She's a narrative humper. She's got her narrative, and she's going to ride it into the fucking sunset, right? Her narrative is, Trump actually outflanked Democrats on the left. I just broke down for you how that is complete and utter bullshit. But clearly there's no amount of empirical reality that is going to shake her of this fucking delusion. It just doesn't exist. Because at this moment, if you're still saying this, I mean, I got nothing for you. Nothing. You're looking at administration which has taken a sledgehammer to the administrative state and the regulatory state, slashing government programs, slashing the social safety net, right? Imperialist foreign policy, bragging about being warmongers. You're looking at this and you're going, bro, New Deal lefty. Even the tariff point is stupid because, yes, is there a way to do tariffs that's intelligent? Sure. You could even argue in some ways, in Trump's first term, it was way more intelligent than his tariffs now, right? Biden kept some of the Trump tariffs in place. Why? Because he actually did sort of have that philosophy, more of a New Deal era philosophy when it comes to stuff like that. Tariffs make sense if they're very targeted and if it's about specific industries. And yes, you raise the price of the foreign good to incentivize buying the American good, but you have to invest with American tax money in the American good as well in order to make it worth it. Not only that, but across the board tariffs are just the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. It's basically a giant regressive tax on 99% of Americans if you do across-the-board tariffs with our top fucking allies. So it's not like tariff good, tariff bad. No, it's like tariffs can be good depending on the specifics, depending on the details. But all of that nuance gets fucking wiped away because she wants to make a dumb pro-Trump point. I'm a MAGA lefty. That is not a thing. That is not a thing. If you're a MAGA lefty, you're fucking confused. If you're a MAGA lefty, you need to go back to political science 101. Okay, so I've had enough. I've had enough of these people. I don't know if you could tell. It's like I'm having fucking flashbacks to Jimmy Dore's idiocy. He's probably still doing the same shit. You gotta hand it to Trump. He outflanked him on the left. The extent to which that requires you not knowing anything about policy and what's actually happened is immeasurable. And it drives me crazy. That is just the vibes. It's just what Trump says. It's never what he fucking does. Because if you look at what he does, what is Trump? He's a fucking robber baron, imperialist, colonialist, anarcho-capitalist corporatist. Like, there's a million ways we could describe him. But every single one of the things is objectively bad. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.